It seems the groom might be a while. Kingsley took her arm in his to escort her down the long aisle to the door. I heard we have to thank you for the wedding, Kingsley said, kissing the back of her hand. Nora winced. Michael had a little case of cold feet. I beat it out of him. Literally? It took a solid hour of flogging, followed by an hour of wax play. Kid came so hard he almost passed out. 2-hour nap, and he was ready to get married. I love saving the day, she said. I'm so good at it. They waited in the foyer, and soon they were joined by Michael's mother and sister, Griffin's parents and 3 brothers, and Sren. Juliet, wearing a red gown to match Kingsley's kilt, passed Celeste into his arms. And when Michael and Griffin finally emerged from the great hall, it was to a hail of applause and a shower of rice. Celeste was the best rice thrower of them all, Kingsley assured his little girl. Michael's lips appeared swollen from so much passionate kissing, and his pale cheeks were flushed. But Nora had to admit, she'd never seen him or Griffin ever look happier. Today was a beautiful day to be in love. The guests who greeted the couple with hugs and kisses were a hodgepodge of friends and family, or as Kingsley called them, the freaks and the straights. Mistress Irina, the first dominatrix Kingsley had trained for the 8th Circle, had sat next to Michael's aunt and uncle during the ceremony. Michael's sister Erin had borrowed a tissue from Alfred, Griffin's white-haired butler, who'd had to surreptitiously wipe his own eyes a time or two during the ceremony. Nora'd been a little surprised he'd come all the way to Scotland for Griffin's wedding. When she had asked him why he'd made the long trip from upstate New York, he'd answered, "He's a man-child and a deviant, and he has more money than sense, young lady. So of course I'm here for his wedding to his shamefully younger boy toy. It's the only sensible thing he's ever done in his life." Then he'd stalked off before Nora could hug him, or worse, cry in his arms, which would have been an unforgivable affront to his dignity. "Good ceremony, Father," she said, smiling up at Sren. "I loved the homily." "Thank you. The Lord gives me good material to work with. I suppose he deserves most of the credit. Leave it to a Jesuit to be simultaneously pious and smug." "Oops, picture time," she said. "I should go." The photographer was already attempting to corral the wedding party back into the great hall. Soren started back into the hall with her. "You can't be in the pictures," she reminded him. "Michael expects me to be in at least one of the photographs for him and Griffin." "Soren, this is not a good idea." "Michael's like a son to me," he said. "When you have a child, you make sacrifices for them." "All right. Pictures it is. In for a penny, in for a pounding, right?" She took his hand in hers. His fingers trembled, and she met his eyes with a question. "I'm fine," he said before she had the chance to ask. "It's fine if you aren't fine." "I am fine." "Your hand is shaking." "This kilt is breezy." "It's like 100 feet of wool." "This castle has an updraft. I'm not used to inclement weather in that region." "It's your own fault for going regimental." "Kingsley was, and when in Rome." "How do you know Kingsley's going full Scotsman?" She narrowed her eyes at him. "Did you actually go running this morning, or did you two play a game of hide the claymore?" "I ran," he said. "Before." "I knew it." She took both of his hands in hers now and interlocked their fingers. Soren glanced at a grandfather clock and back at her. 5:30, he said. 3.5 more hours. "It'll go fast," she said, smiling a hopeful smile. "Won't it?" "It will be the longest 3.5 hours of my life." For Nora, too. "They won't need me at the reception, which isn't a reception. I can wait with you," she said. "Thank you." He kissed